I hope everybody's doing well, and it looks like it's going to be a great weekend. So I hope you've got something nice planned for the weekend. I am headed for Florida to see my granddaughter in her last week of competition at the Wellington Equestrian Show. She's been competing since January, and this is going to be my first time. This is her last week, and my first time being able to go down and see her ride. Now that I'm fully vaccinated, I feel pretty okay about getting on a plane. Still wearing a mask, of course. Um, but it's been hard getting an airline ticket because Florida's full of spring breakers. But anyway, I will be kind of away from the madness of Miami Beach, so that's good. Um, what else? Oh, I went for a bike ride yesterday, 13-mile bike ride for the first time in a year and a half. I had to stop riding in October of 2019 because I almost lost the vision in my one remaining eye. And by the time that was really healed, COVID had hit. And so with all the kind of newbie riders out on the trails, I just felt like it just wasn't that safe, since I have to ride with vision in one eye. I have a mirror on my left-hand handlebar, which is really helpful. Anyway, bottom line is, I was a little hesitant because I thought, God, I haven't been on a bike in so long. How am I going to do? And it was amazing because of all the walking I do, and I deliberately walk up and down a lot of stairs. I think my legs are pretty strong. So this 13-mile ride was a piece of cake for this 73-year-old. It was fun. Can't wait to really be riding again on a regular basis. Okay, it's 10 o'clock. Not sure who's here, but let's get started. Go ahead and lie down on your mat. Max, stay. And just take a moment to feel your body lying on the mat. Just notice the support of the mat, floor, earth beneath you, allowing you to really let go of any tension you might be holding anywhere in your body. So just check in. I noticed this morning when I was meditating that just the expectation that I'm going to be flying tomorrow and thinking about all the things that I've got to do before I leave, I felt my body really tensed up. And that's the beauty of this kind of check-in, this kind of self-awareness. Really allowed me to notice it and then release it. Go ahead now and bend your knees, put your feet on the floor, and take your arms out to the side. I'm going to move away off of my mat just a little bit because I need a little bit more room. So lift your feet off the floor and just follow me with your breath. So we're going to inhale from here. Exhale, drop your knees to the right and turn your head to the left without letting your knees touch the floor. Inhale, straighten your legs. Exhale, bend your knees again. And then inhale to come up. Exhale, knees to the left, head to the right. Inhale, open. Exhale, bend again. Inhale to come up. So just back and forth. Inhale from here. Exhale. Inhale. 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 One more time each side. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And on your exhale, you can release your legs to the floor. Take your arms back down to your side and stretch your legs straight up. So we're going to kind of reverse and move back onto my mat a little more. We're going to do the breathing a little different because I want you to be exhaling as you bring your legs straight back up. So inhale as you lower your legs, but don't let your feet touch the floor. Exhale, come back up. We're going to do this 5 times. Inhale and exhale. And release your feet to the floor. So if that was difficult for you, it's a great yoga ab workout. So if you need to strengthen your abs, that's a really good one. Now, if it's really so hard that you just couldn't even do all 5, and also if it bothered your back a little bit, do this. Place your hands underneath your buttocks and try it this way. This usually makes it a lot easier. Okay? Now, if you've got really strong abs and that wasn't even hard for you, it's still a good one to do, but this time just take your arms out to the side, and it makes it a little bit more difficult if your arms are out to the side. So, it's a great way to get the abs working. Now, I'm not talking about trying to get 6-pack abs. I'm just talking about to get abs that support your good posture. So come on up to seated. You know, one of the things that that happens when people don't have really good posture, they don't realize how important it is to have strong abs to maintain that nice straight posture. If your abs are weak, it's going to cause you to want to slump because it takes a little bit more work to keep the spine nice and long. Okay, come to your comfortable seated cross-legged position, whatever that is, and take your arms out to the sides. So this is going to be a dynamic movement. Feel your torso nice and long, so make sure you're not hunched down. Just keep the shoulders relaxed, but the spine nice and long. Inhale from here. Exhale, right hand to the left knee, left hand behind the back, twist. Inhale, come back up. Left hand to the, whoops, I said that wrong. Okay, I'm going to start all over again. I did that right, but I in my brain I was going to mirror you guys, so I'm not going to mirror you. I'm going to do it with my right arm, which is what I did, but then I got confused because I meant to be mirroring. All right, sorry about that. Okay, arms out. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, right hand to the left knee, left hand behind the back, twist. Inhale. Exhale, left hand to the right knee, right hand behind the back, twist. So back and forth. Next inhalation, just come back with your arms out. And this time we're going to inhale, right hand to the floor, left hand overhead. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, and last time, inhale and exhale. Good. And inhale to come back up. Okay, still not mirroring you because I'll just get us all confused again. We're going towards the right knee. Take your arms overhead. Inhale. Exhale, come down as close to your right knee as you can. Inhale, come up. Exhale, left knee. Inhale. Next time you come up from the left, go ahead and release your arms. Change the cross of your legs. So this would be the least, what am I trying to say? Habitual, that's the word. Least habitual way that you cross your legs. Before we begin, just notice, do your hips feel any different? Do your knees feel any different when you cross your legs this opposite direction? So I've gotten into the habit now of making sure that I do sit cross-legged in both ways. I used to have a habitual way, and I did any cross-legged position from that habitual way, and I realized that there's a completely different feel when I did the other way, and it was much harder. So now I try to do these poses, and I recross my legs to do the other side. So we're gonna do the exact same thing we just did. So just be aware of, what feels different when your legs are crossed in the opposite direction. So taking the arms out to the side, we're going to inhale, exhale, right hand to the left knee, left hand behind the back, twist. Inhale, exhale. Last time. And inhale back to center. And so now we're going to do the arms. So taking the arms out, inhale, exhale. Last time. And next inhalation, come back up to seated. Now, I don't know how that felt for you. I've gotten, because I've been actually consciously, this is what happens when we consciously do things. I don't feel that much difference anymore, but when I first started doing this, there's a huge difference when I changed to the non-habitual cross-legged position. Okay, inhale, take your arms overhead. Exhale, right knee. Inhale up. Exhale, left knee. And one more time each side. And releasing the arms after you come up the next time. So just take a moment and notice how your hips, especially your hips, feel, if you feel a little less tight on the sides of your body. Let's take one more pose. This time we're actually going to hold this one. So clasp your hands behind your back. Lift your arms as high as you can. Inhale, exhale, and just fold forward and just breathe. After your next exhalation, go ahead and inhale to come up. Okay, let's come up to all fours. Coming into table position, so your hands and arms are shoulder width apart and your shoulders are directly over your wrists. Knees and feet are hip width apart. And we're just going to take cat, tuck, and arch. So as you inhale, lift your sit bones, drop your chest towards the floor, and lift your head. Exhale, really round the back. Drop the hips down, drop your head down, let the back rise up. So really take as deep a movement, as much movement as you can get in your back, and don't bend your arms when you do this. Keep the arms straight. All the movement is in the back. Nice deep breaths and nice slow movement. And after your next exhalation, come on back to table, and to neutral rather. For downward facing dog, make sure that you press into the fingertips, the knuckles, the palm of the hand, and the heel of the thumb, isometrically pressing your hands towards the center of the mat. Curl your toes under. On that inhalation, remember you're going to inhale and just keeping the knees bent slightly, you're just going to lift the knees and stretch the spine back, getting as long as you can. On your exhalation, go ahead and lower the heels. And then just slowly bicycle back and forth. When you're ready, lower both knees, relax the back of the neck. Lower both heels, relax the back of the neck. Try to keep the arms straight, so if they start to sink, to sag and bend at the elbow, lengthen out by pressing through those fingertips again. And then when you're ready, just begin to walk your feet towards your hands and your hands towards your feet. Sorry, I didn't mean to do a striptease while I was teaching this class. Relax the back of your neck. On your inhalation, come all the way up, arms overhead. Take a little bit of a back bend, open up, Exhale, float the arms down. Inhale, coming up, a little back bend. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And one more time. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Placing the hands at the waist. Squeeze the shoulder blades back. And inhale to come all the way back up. Okay. Checking on the time. All right. Let's actually, I'm just going to turn this way. Come to the top of your mat, or relatively close to the top of the mat, with the feet kind of in the center of the mat. And then take your right foot out to the edge of the mat. So the right edge of the right foot is on the right edge of the mat. Hands at the waist. Take the left leg straight back. Now, check your left hip and make sure that that left hip is exactly level with the right hip, so that left hip's not back like this. If it is, press it forward. If that feels uncomfortable or difficult, take your left leg out a little, just a little wider, so out to the left a little bit to find that comfortable place. Good. And then clasp your elbows behind your back, or clasp your hands in prayer position. So either do this or this, whichever is most comfortable and easiest for you. Pressing into that back heel to keep that back leg straight. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, from the waist, fold forward and come down as close to your knee as you can. When you get to your maximum, whatever that is, relax the back of the neck. Keep your eyes open, because even though both feet are on the floor, this is kind of a balance pose. Nice deep breath. Really notice if you take deep breaths, if you can go a little bit deeper on your exhalation. Finish your next exhalation. Inhale to come straight back up. Keep your feet in the same position and take your arms out to the side. Inhale, pressing into that back heel again. Exhale, bring your left arm down to your right leg, the right side of the floor, the ankle or the leg, whatever is comfortable for you, and take your right arm up. If you can, turn to look up. If you start to lose your balance, look back down again and breathe. Finish your next exhalation. Look down, bring your arm down, and come all the way back up to standing. Legs are still in the same position as you bend your right knee. Relax the shoulders down. Turn the palms of your hands out. Feel how your chest really opens and lifts when you do this. And then from here, bring your hands up. Either keep the palms just facing each other, or you can clasp in the classical Virabhadrasana 2, or I'm sorry, 1, Virabhadrasana 1 or Warrior 1 pose. So that would be the thumbs touching, index fingers touching, and the rest of the fingers clasping. I'm saying, giving those instructions because I don't think you can see the tops of my fingers when I can't get the camera back far enough. And breathing. Finish your next exhalation. On your inhalation, straighten the front leg, release your arms. Stepping the back foot up. So coming back to the center of the mat, take your left foot out to the edge of the mat. Hands on your waist, walk your right foot back. Now, you can see, as soon as I walk that right foot back, you see what just happened to my right hip? So I'm going to press my right hip forward. That feels a little uncomfortable on this side, so I'm just going to walk my right foot out a little more. And that feels fine. Good. Clasping your elbows behind your back or your hands in prayer position behind your back. Press into that back heel to keep the right leg straight. Inhale, exhale, folding forward to come down over your left knee. Just come down as far as you can, relax the back of your neck, and then focus on your breath. And again, just noticing if you take those nice deep breaths, if you just naturally go a little deeper without any effort. Finish your next exhalation. Inhale, come all the way back up. Good. Keeping the legs straight, take the arms out to the side. Remember to keep that right hip level with the left hip, because this particular twist is a little more difficult if the hips don't start out level. Inhale, exhale, bringing the right hand down to the outside of the left leg, so onto the floor, the ankle, the leg, wherever. Turn that, take the left arm up and turn to look up at it if you can. If it feels uncomfortable or you feel like you're losing your balance, just keep looking down at your foot. Finish your next exhalation, look back down, bring the top arm down, and then bring yourself up. Bend your left knee, but try to keep that back leg straight. The minute I bend my left knee, my right knee wants to bend too. So consciously press into the right heel to keep the back leg straight. Hands are at your side, but then turn the palms out. Feel that opening in your chest and the lift, and bring the arms overhead. After your next exhalation, release your arms, straighten your leg, and step your foot up. Okay, grab your blanket if you need it. If you don't need a blanket behind your knees for Vajrasana, you don't have to put one. I used to not need a blanket, but my knees don't like it anymore without a blanket, so I use one blanket. Come into Vajrasana, or Thunderbolt pose. So don't use a block for this. Make sure you use a blanket or a pillow. A block is a whole nother pose. Knees are together. If you need more than one blanket or more than one pillow, in other words, if you need more support, put as much support as you need to be able to sit your butt down on whatever it is. Your heels, a blanket, two blankets, a pillow, whatever. And breathe. Spine is nice and long. Lean forward, but don't lift your hips. So just lean forward from the torso. Turn your palms out, and then with your fingers right in front of your knees, lean forward enough to bring the palms down as close as they naturally come. So if you've got really, really tight muscles along here, you may not be able to put your hand flat down like this. You might be up like this. If you can feel the stretch, that's fine. Now squeeze your shoulder blades back together a little bit, so you're going to kind of increase that stretch. Don't lift your hips up. That's the temptation, to try to get your palms to the floor. That's not the point. So just keep the hips low down on the blanket or your knee, your heels, wherever they are. And if your hands are I've had students whose hands are like this. That's fine. You're still getting the stretch. Squeeze those shoulder blades back. That just kind of enhances the stretch a little bit. And breathe. Finish your next exhalation, come back up. So that stretch is wonderful. If you sit at a computer during the daytime, you're going to be leaning forward and your hands are like this. So what happens is these muscles just start to kind of tighten up, and it runs all the way up to your shoulders. So even your hunched, tight, aching shoulders can be affected by the fact that these muscles get kind of just tight and shrunk. So this kind of just stretches everything out right up to your shoulders. If you squeeze the shoulders back, you'll feel it right up into your shoulders and maybe even into your neck. Okay, good. And let's go ahead now, lie down on your back. So in my own practice, which is only about 30 minutes a day, I always make time for Shavasana. You kind of want to feel what changed in your body from the beginning of your practice to the end. So once again, as you lie down on the floor, just do a little body scan, especially into any areas that might have been particularly tight when we began. How do they feel now? And then just after you make that observation, just let yourself breathe. Just focus your attention and your awareness on your inhalation and your exhalation. I love Shavasana. Even if it's only a minute. And then after your next exhalation, bend your knees, place your feet on the floor, and either roll over onto your right side or grab your knees and rock yourself back up. So if your mind tends to wander in Shavasana, just focus your attention on your breath, and you can even repeat silently to yourself, as you inhale, I breathe in, and as you exhale, I breathe out. I know a lot of people don't like Shavasana and don't do Shavasana if they do their home practice. I highly recommend it. Anyway, guys, thanks for joining me on this Friday Freebie, and I will see you next week. Namaste.